What's up, chub bags? So today we're going to be talking on Bentley's word about spot jacking, fishing spot jacking, stealing people's bridges, lakes, ponds, whatever. Now, I don't know any other way of explaining this. That's why I call it spot stealing or spot jacking. But this is a very um, sensitive subject to a lot of people. And I feel different ways about it. Both sides of the argument, actually. Honestly, I I really have the not or I have this thought process that any body of water is open and free to anybody to fish as long as it's public property. Now I've even fished a lot of private property, schools, neighborhoods, golf courses, amusement parks, all types of those things. Yes, there's no fishing, but as long as you're a respectful angler and you're not littering and you're not, being a nuisance, then go out there and get your fishing done. But I think what we're talking about mostly is hand in hand with social media, with these guys, with these people going out there trying to pick your spots apart, looking at your backgrounds, figuring out where you're fishing at, what lake is that, what pond is that, what building is that behind there, watching your videos, trying to figure out where you fish at. Um, maybe even hitting you up and DMing you on Instagram or something like that, ask you where you fish at, or hiring a fishing guide, a local fishing guide, and just going with them to take spots. These are all things that a lot of people have issues and situations with, and understandably so. The number one thing about fishing, the number one secret to being a good fisherman is finding good spots. You got to find out where the fish are at. 90% of the fish are in 10% of the area. So when you find a good river, lake, pond, reservoir, flat, canal, whatever it is, you want to hold it near and dear to you, and you don't want everybody else to know about it. So you try to, blur out the background or try not to post any videos of your spots or whatever, because you know how hard it is to find a good spot and how much time and effort is put into it. But nowadays, these new anglers and these younger kids out there, they're in for the instant gratification. They don't understand what it's like to go on Google Maps and go fish new areas time and time again and not catch a fish. To finally one day finding a really cool spot and catching a lot of fish. So they're just gonna troll through the YouTube and the Instagram and all that stuff and try to steal spots. That's what it is. That's 2019 for you. Is it annoying? Yes. Is it kind of pathetic? Yes. But it is what it is. You kind of have to accept things for what it is. It's going to happen. If you have a really nice spot, you don't want nobody to know about it, then blur it or do some kind of editing or something like that. I don't really have a problem with that. It is what it is. I post a lot of the places where I fish. I don't blur out the backgrounds at all, but I don't really give a fuck. If you want to come fish where I fish, it ain't going to be easy because I don't fish easy areas. So I like to challenge myself. So if you are as good of a fisherman or angler as me, or if you're, somebody that I respect, or somebody that goes out there and does the damn thing, you're more than welcome to come fish my areas. But if you're just some dipshit that throws live bait around or just tries to take other people's spots and fishes beds or whatever, you're going to come to my spots and you're going to be very disappointed because they're not like that. So I really don't give a fuck. You understand? But there is a code, unspoken code, a respect of other anglers, respecting of other anglers and their home turf, their home lake, maybe a lake in their backyard. There's a unspoken code about that you just don't fucking step on other people's fucking shoes. You don't go running up on other people's areas where they fish. And everybody has a home turf. Everybody has a home body of water. So if you see somebody fishing and you recognize that water and they fish there all the time, it's probably a good idea to maybe communicate with them and ask maybe if you can go fishing with them or see if they wouldn't mind. You don't have to do that. No, you don't have to ask nobody's permission for something. But if you want to be a respectful angler and be respected back. Those are the kind of things you might want to think about. You know, last year I had these two fucking shitheads come to my house and do some real sneaky shit to catch a peacock bass that I had posted on social media. I had gotten video of this huge peacock bass. I tried to catch it for a while. I didn't catch it, and so I just ended up getting some video of it and posted it. And these little fucking kids knew where I lived because obviously I got the pig pen in the backyard. You can see it from the road. And they made this plan overnight to get up early in the morning and go snake over and catch that specific same fish. Now, are they in the wrong? Maybe not, probably not. They were in the wrong by catching the fish and killing it. That was stupid. They were in the wrong for how they went about doing the whole thing, I think. But I mean, in their eyes, they don't think they did anything wrong. But to a respectful angler's eyes, that was some foul shit. So I've been a part of that bullshit, and that kind of stuff really, really pisses people off. You know, I got really close to beat those two kids' asses just because of the disrespect. They could have hit me up and been like, wow, that fish was really big. I would really love to catch a fish like that. And I would have met up with them the next morning, took them out. Two people I don't even know, two kids. And would have loved to watch them catch that fish. And then we could have brought it back to my pig pen. And then we could have had FWC come and weigh it and certify it. And then we could have let the fish go instead of it dying on a stringer for 2 hours on the side of a pond. You know, so there's achievements and there's goals that all of us fishermen have. And one of them is to catch big fish. And there's 10 different ways to go about doing that. You know, you can go about doing it, pushing and doing your own hard work and your own homework and finally getting that big fish. You can do it by trying to link up with everybody on Instagram or YouTube in a professional, responsible way and try to, you know, get hooked up with somebody that does it all the time. You can, you know, do what these motherfuckers do and just troll and try to find other people's spots. There's all types of different ways you can go about handling and carrying yourself when it comes to fishing. But you need to realize and understand that this is not a race, man. This is a marathon. This is long term, man. If you want to be in the fishing industry, if you want to be respected, you got to hold yourself accountable for the things you do and the way you act. And, you know, following boats out of the marina and going to the same flat they go to, you know, pushing your boat or your kayak too close to another guy that's on a flat that's fishing, walking up next to somebody that's fishing on the lake, seeing a big post of a big fish that a guy had, and instead of congratulating them, try to figure out where it's at and mark it on the maps and go there the next day and try to wreck the same fish or kill it or land it or net it or snag it or whatever you do. All these things are really pathetic, and real motherfuckers recognize that and see that. So like I said, man, the water is open to anybody. But with that being said, let's be respectful. If somebody tells you to get the fuck out of their backyard, get out of their backyard. I mean, fuck, I wouldn't want people walking in my backyard. I don't even like walking in people's backyards. You know? If you see a guy that fishes a lot of good spots and catches a lot of big fish, instead of hating on him or trying to figure out where he fishes and sneak on there, just hit the guy up. Usually most anglers are really into watching other people catch big fish. I know I am. I enjoy it more than me catching big fish. So, I guess that's just my feelings on spot jacking, stealing. Just find your own spot, man. Just be grown up about things. Be respectful. Be honest. Be a real angler. You know, you can be a chumbag in the streets or a chumbag in the sheets. But let's be respectful in the streets. You heard? Thank you guys for listening to my little bullshit, man. This is just off the top of the dome. We don't edit this shit. This is just freestyle. This is when I'm by myself and I want to smoke and just talk about what I think about. It is what it is. I love you guys, man. Appreciate all the support. Please subscribe, like, follow. Check out my Instagram pages. Bentley's Art, Super Bentley 305, Chumbag Sheesh. A lot of stuff coming soon. Thank you guys. Sheesh.